MLW League of Wrestling. Oh my God!
That World Heavyweight Championship is coming home with me.
Pagano just clocked Hammerstone.
It's like something changed in Pagano on the signal of Cesar Duran.
This is just another match. I don't care if it's against Pagano. I don't care if he's gonna have chairs and spikes.
He's gonna have weapons?
No, I mean, I don't know.
Because I wasn't told about weapons.
I don't know what a Barrio Brawl is.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm freaked out.
Who do you think you are? And this me say right now.
MLW AZTECA, Joe Dombrowski, and Rich Bocchini. We're going to make history this week for the first time ever. The MLW World Championship is on the line here in Mexico.
Hammerstone arrived this afternoon, still wearing a heavy-duty arm brace. The question heading into this one, has Cesar Duran set the stage and stacked the odds for a title change for one of his luchadors? What does Cesar Duran have in store for Hammerstone? We're going to find out tonight.
We're going to find out in the no frills, all thrills Espada Underground Fight Zone. Get ready. Action underway in just a second. Well, no better way to kick things off than one of MLW's top-ranked middleweights, perhaps the world's most unorthodox luchador, and someone who now has life-changing money. Arez has been on a hot streak, and he's looking to keep building from it.
Carrying around that briefcase there, the recipient of thousands and unknown thousands, could be millions of dollars from Cesar Duran. But nonetheless, looking to keep the momentum going here in this important matchup at MLW AZTECA.
Well, Arez better save his long-term investments for another day, as he needs his complete focus on this luchador, one of the most dynamic, one of the most breathtaking athletes you'll find anywhere. This is Xtreme Tiger.
Quite a resume for Xtreme Tiger. Tons of success in Mexico and AAA. The two-time world cruiserweight champion there, and has had success in tag team competition as well. The two-time AAA world tag team champion there, has had some other accolades as well, and accolades across the wrestling universe, but AAA and Mexico, home base for Xtreme Tiger. Now set for a match with the master of strange style, Arez, here in this Underground Fight Club, MLW AZTECA. Looks like we're just about set to go.
Of course, I don't know if there's a more heralded, well-respected name in Lucha Libre. There may be a few. That's an argument we can have for many, many months to come, but Mysterio is right up there with anybody. And it's the lightning-fast speed of Xtreme Tiger against the unorthodox nature of Arez. Roll-up attempt as Arez throws off Xtreme Tiger with his king of strange style mentality and telling him, I was that close.
What do you think of this alliance between Arez and Holiday?
I don't want to know how they met or what they talk about or what they have in common, but I do know when they're together, they're dangerous. I mean, Holiday will beat the hell out of Dr. Dak. She just doesn't care. She's tormented, as we see another near fall. She's tormented the featherweight division, as it's Xtreme Tiger getting inside the head of Arez, caught him on a near fall. And that's the thing, is that we're looking at a two-time cruiserweight and tag team champion in AAA, a veteran of some of the most famous and high-profile ring wars in the country of Mexico, and Xtreme Tiger has won championships in the United States as well. It's going to be hard to throw this man off his game.
get a sense the tempo is about to really pick up right here.
Right, it's a feeling out process in the early going, and Lucha Libre, so much of it depends on feel, and so much of it depends on leverage and momentum. And once the match gets going, if it doesn't go your way, it can be very, very hard to shut things down and pivot. But maybe even harder than that, Rich, trusting Arez with his hand extended. What do you think?
Xtreme Tiger thinking about shaking the hand. The fans advising him otherwise. And, based on what we've seen from Arez and Holodead, and well, no surprise there. Tiger put on the brakes though, and grabs hold of Arez, who quickly turns the action around, misses with the clothesline, misses with the back elbow, misses with the kick. And now, Xtreme Tiger with the flying head scissors. And going to the outside, Arez maybe gonna regroup. Xtreme Tiger picking up steam. Oh!
And the thing you gotta remember about Arez is he's so well-versed at facing a quicker adversary. His rivalry with Aramis, well documented here in MLW and throughout North America. Arez has incredible body control as well. That bridge up off of the suplex, gets some style points, gets a cover, 2 count only. And Rich, the eternal question is, how do you prepare for someone who probably they themselves don't even know what they're gonna do next, let alone you being able to prepare for?
Yeah, Arez is, the nickname, the master of strange style, but he certainly is an odd character, not only looks-wise, but moves-wise. You never know what he's going to pull out next.
He's got an eyeball in his hand. Look out.
Cover on the code red and out at 2. Turn the other way, and
And Tiger hangs on, crimps that neck, traps the arms and shoulders, stretching away at the upper body of Arez, looking for a submission.
Xtreme Tiger careful to make sure his shoulders aren't down on the mat, but what a devastating submission maneuver. The way the arms are trapped behind the legs there, Joe. And Arez very, very lucky that he was able to inch over and get his toes on the bottom rope. That could have been disaster.
Just barely got to that break in time. You had to believe that Xtreme Tiger felt he may have just been a second away from a submission victory. It's hard to read Arez, but Arez, I think, was baiting Xtreme Tiger in. Pace quickens once again.
Arez going to the top, but met there by Xtreme Tiger up on the shoulders. Dangerous predicament here for both men. Oh! Arez planted on the top turnbuckle. Xtreme Tiger wind it up over the top. Oh, man! Big plancha wipes everybody out. Both men are down, and I'm not sure who got the worst of that.
Well, Xtreme Tiger, no stranger to throwing caution to the wind. He's referred to by many as gato suicida, which kind of speaks for itself. And certainly we've touched on it. There's no pads. There's no protection out here. This is a gritty, no-frills fight club. But Xtreme Tiger undeterred since Arez back hip and a body block straight to the floor.
Interesting offense there by Arez, and that's that strange style we talked about.
Arez almost using the momentum created by Xtreme Tiger against Xtreme Tiger, just rolled right back out and went right back into control.
The kind of move you see and you say to yourself, well, gee, how come I didn't think of that? Very effective, yet very, very simple.
And you look at a guy like Arez, and Lucha Libre has such a rich history, not just with Cesar Duran, as wait a second, Arez going for a chance. Scales to the top turnbuckle.
Arez off the top. Was maybe thinking double stomp. Xtreme Tiger able to get out of the way. Into the corner. Missed with the elbow. And Xtreme Tiger single leg drop kick. Arez in trouble. Flat on his back. Down into the cover. Leg hooked. Is that enough to put it away? No! Arez out at 2.
Yeah, but to finish my point, pride is so important with these luchadors, and I know Arez takes offense to the fact that many experts from Conan on down have called Aramis the next major breakout Lucha Libre superstar, and we've seen so many over the past several years in MLW live up to that type of classification, and Arez drops Xtreme Tiger hard, looking to build some wins, looking to get himself a bit of momentum to follow up that briefcase victory, spring off with a moonsault.
Both legs are hooked. Could it be enough? No.
A long, long 2 count. Arez can protest it, but there's nothing that can be done about it at this point. Xtreme Tiger has so much resolve in him. He's got so much fight. You can hear these fans chanting for Tiger. They want to see Xtreme Tiger get back into this thing.
Oh.
Arez grounding Xtreme Tiger. The best strategy, take away his high-risk offense.
Xtreme Tiger caught the leg. Oh, man, was thinking dragon screw.
Yeah, just wrenched that knee.
Uh-oh. Pile driver.
Tried and true, time tested. Is that enough?
Slow count here. My goodness. Is that me or is it Joe? Am I off here? Was that a slow count?
Well, listen, there seems to be a long-standing reputation among many of the referees in Lucha Libre that some of them have a propensity to be a bit on the take or maybe fulfill a bit of their own agendas. And you know what? They're not going to turn a blind eye to a bribe, and whether it's Cesar Duran or somebody in the locker room, you never really know how on the level these referees can be.
Xtreme Tiger going up top as Arez a little wobbly on his feet. Xtreme Tiger caught by a kick. Arez goes to the outside. Oh, off the apron. Xtreme Tiger in trouble now.
No, there's no wasted time and no wasted motion with Arez right back into the ring, taking that chance again. Now the double stomp pays off.
Xtreme Tiger rolling out of harm's way, perhaps? No. Wait a minute here. Oh! What a bridge cover. That's it.
Y el vencedor de la lucha, the strange side, Arez.
Well, Arez with a well-earned victory here. The double stomp was step one, but that Northern Light suplex, a textbook bridge, the tip to the toes, all the way positioned over top of Xtreme Tiger. He had no way to kick out, and Arez built off of that momentum of the briefcase full of cash. He's still on the winning ways. You know there's going to be a very evil, demonic grin somewhere on the face of Holiday right now as well.
I'm feeling good, bro.
Oh, you feeling live? My man's feeling live. Let's take some bread in.
I got $51 light.
51, all right, so I got 20, 30. All right, I got 50.
51.50. You trying to be funny?
I was thinking, bro, look at that triple six right there, bro. That right there, that's a head crack. That's the same thing we were doing to every tag team in MLW. Can't nobody mess with us, ain't nobody taking the tag titles from us.
Yo, I can't believe Aerostone Dragon thought they had a chance, bro.
In Mexico?
Ain't no way we losing in Mexico unless we eat like one of them dirty-ass street tacos,
right,
bro.
man.
Nobody can rock with us, bro.
Nobody. What's up?
Oh,
hey!
shit. What up, playboy?
Hey, what up?
How you feeling, boy?
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
You've achieved is nothing short of spectacular.
Hey, you know the vibes.
I want to talk about the future.
The future sounds good. The future buy more money or what?
That always depends. Are you guys ready for blood and thunder?
Always.
What you mean? Everybody you lined up for us, we sacrificed them to your gods. Now you better ask them gods to bless this dice. Heck, I'm about to take this man's money.
Instead of talking so much, face the Von Erichs in Dallas and make me happy.
Von Erichs, yo. Do you even know their first names?
I don't.
I'm like, Boogie,
I don't know
this
their names.
Danny Limelight,
I don't know their names.
5150. Yo, I dead ass don't know their names.
Yo.
Von Erichs, they live on a ranch somewhere, kissing horses, and who knows what they doing.
They've been home on vacation, yes sir. They've been at home with their little cows and their little piggies and shit, you know what I'm saying? This little piggy went wee all the way to fuck back home. They've been on break. We've been out here putting in work, man.
Let's talking and let's exterminate that saga, alright?
Yeah.
Now, let's play some dice.
Let's play some dice, go ahead. Yeah, Jefe, it's on you. This ain't poker or crap, or any of them other games, or Uno, or any of that, man. Come on. Oh!
Is Hammerstone injured? That's the rumor according to Lucha Libre Online following the ruthless attack designed by Cesar Duran. Tonight, your boy Hammer defends the world title against Octagon Jr., and that's not all. This just in from the office of El Jefe, Cesar Duran himself will be ringside for the title fight. Is Cesar orchestrating a Tijuana screwjob? We'll find out tonight.
But first, Hijo del Vikingo defends the AAA Mega Championship against Aramis, and it happens next.
Major League Wrestling fans, my name is Stephen New, and I'm so proud that my law office can bring to each and every one of you Major League Wrestling. I've been a professional wrestling fan since August 1981, my entire life. If you or a loved one need legal services, contact me at newlawoffice.com or at 800-208 9169. So come on and join us as we enjoy some great in-ring action.
He's a man that so many experts have pegged as the next breakout luchador to take this world by storm. And this week, this man, Aramis, could begin to realize that destiny as he challenges for the top prize in AAA, the Mega Championship.
Cesar Duran will be ringside. Hammerstone rumored to not be at 100%. El Jefe, a master of manipulation. Will his luchador, Octagon Jr., take the title here in Mexico tonight?
With all due respect to every luchador we've seen here in AZTECA, none may have the attention of the lucha world quite like this man. He survived an all-star 5-way bout to become AAA Mega Champion. He's a former Trios champion, and he's just getting started. If this is your first time seeing Hijo del Vikingo one-on-one, get ready for something truly special.
And Joe, you just mentioned it, the AAA Mega Championship, the top prize at AAA, referred to in the North American press as the AAA World Heavyweight Championship. It's the same thing. This is the top belt, the top spot that everybody in AAA wants a shot at. El Hijo del Vikingo defending the championship here this afternoon against Aramis, a young man who, Joe, you even referred to it, the next up-and-coming breakout star in Lucha Libre. Does he fast-track things a little bit here today in this Fight Club by knocking off Hijo del Vikingo to become the new AAA Mega Champion? We're going to find out in just a moment. And Vikingo are underway and starting things off with a running drop kick.
And as much as you can criticize Cesar Duran, and I don't want to get on his bad side here in his backyard, but I do want to say that as a promoter, as someone that is interested in putting the best fights out there possible, I can't think of a better Lucha Libre fight between two young uprising stars than Vikingo and Aramis. This is going to be an instant classic.
Now, speaking of Cesar Duran, of course, coming up, the world title is on the line. Octagon Jr. getting a shot at Alex Hammerstone in the MLW World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm still curious to see what kind of shape Hammerstone's going to be in after what happened recently. Now, look at this. Oh, this is very dangerous for both men involved. Oh, Vikingo able to land on his feet somehow. Cat-like. Aramis. Oh, wait a minute now. Vikingo trying to kick the arms out.
Aramis was moving his arm out of the way. Great defensive counter. You're seeing a very fast-paced, souped-up feeling-out process. It's something unlike you'll see anywhere in traditional American professional wrestling, but these men, they're going high risk. They're taken to the air, but you notice both men have a counter for the other more often than not. Both men wrestling very defensively.
Vikingo kind of turned his head, turned his back momentarily on Aramis, and when he turned around, Aramis was right there behind him. A bit of a free shot for Aramis, but when you see him extending the hand for the sign of sportsmanship, and I guess that gives you an idea on who might push the envelope a little bit more.
Vikingo is here to win, certainly, no matter what. And
wow.
And I don't think it's anything as far as a blood issue or a dislike of Aramis. It's just he's in the zone. He's focused. Now taking flight.
Viking, oh, Percha, whoa, wait a minute here.
He's on the support beam, it's holding.
Oh, it flies off the top. My God, let go of that support pole, the column, and soared through the air, taking out Aramis. Vikingo in charge here in Tijuana.
Vikingo literally diving from the top of this Fight Club on top of Aramis, who's favoring his ribs, and to Vikingo, I mean, to us, that's one of the most breathtaking things we've ever seen. To Vikingo, that's just the lifestyle he lives. That's just the chances he takes. He doesn't second guess. He doesn't get scared. He doesn't get nervous. And now he capitalizes. The cover, but only 2. Think about, Rich, the fighting spirit we've seen in Aramis for so long. That 3-sword crest that is on his attire, his tribute to the 3 Musketeers. That's where the name is derived from. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. And it represents ambition. It represents loyalty. It represents all of Aramis brings to Lucha Libre. But right now it's Vikingo, who's back in his comfort zone on the top turnbuckle, ready to soar. Shooting star, but Aramis caught him with the knees.
Telegraph that one, Aramis. With that defensive move, and whoa, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, man, a double whammy there. Back first into the support column, then face first into the steel ring post, and now Aramis soars off the top.
Aramis spreads his body weight out for maximum impact on that moonsault. The support beam comes back to haunt Vikingo just moments after it was an ally. And the count is on. I'd be very surprised to see a count out here in this particular matchup. But they're living on the outside, and they're living dangerously. But so far it's paid off differently, but very well for both athletes.
Aramis sending Vikingo back in. And Vikingo is wobbly on his feet. Aramis ready to strike. Up on the shoulders. Could be looking for Desnuka Dora Muscatero. Spinning around. Oh, countered beautifully by Vikingo. Cover. Kick out at 2.
I like that Vikingo immediately went back and reached for a leg. And it's that leg strength that you need to kick out of a pinning combination like that with so much weight trapped high over the shoulders.
And when Aramis hits that torture rack into the power bomb, that's usually lights out. What a counter by Vikingo.
Yeah, 3 seconds around the world. Desnuka Dora del Mosquetero. It is the pick maneuver of Aramis, but Vikingo keeping that pace quick and staying out of the clutches of Aramis.
Electric chair. Aramis could be in trouble here. Oh, caught. Wheelbarrow now set up for what? Oh, face buster. Cover. Vikingo to put it away. And Aramis gets the shoulder up at 2.
Aramis switches gears, switches tempo, and elevates Vikingo. Back kick connects.
Aramis
drops Vikingo high, right at the top of the head. Is that enough? No. I like that Aramis let Vikingo think about it for a second. Didn't know how or where or when he was going to drop Vikingo, just that the worst was yet to come. And you gotta love these fans here showing their love for this match, for these athletes, for the effort putting forth. Certainly, you don't see something this beautiful this often in an underground fight club like this, but Cesar Duran, I tip my cap to you for this matchup.
Vikingo and Aramis trading shots down the center of the ring. Main event still to come tonight. World title on the line. Hammerstone battles Octagon Jr.
It's whatever's left of Hammerstone,
well,
let's be
true,
honest.
Yeah.
These men can't even stand. Now they're back to their feet. They can barely stand. They're gonna fight. And Aramis, off comes the top. Is this, this is Aramis challenging Vikingo. Hit me as hard as you can. This is a gut check, it's a mind game, showing I can withstand your hardest blow. And Vikingo allows Aramis to do the same. And I get this is a way to get inside your opponent's head, but man, you gotta withstand a lot of pain to do it. It's Aramis now with the advantage. Wheelbarrow on Vikingo.
Aramis into the corner. Caught.
No,
Oh,
sir.
you heard that? Yeah, absolutely. And hold on, countered there by Aramis, who sets up for what? Looking for a power bomb, buckle bomb instead.
Vikingo tried to counter out of it, but couldn't get free from the grip. And
oh! Crucifix driver.
Aramis dropped right in his head. Vikingo is down. Aramis is down. Both men are hurt.
Super lucha action here on MLW AZTECA. From Tijuana, Mexico.
Crowd is chanting Esta Lucha, which of course, to our American counterparts, this is wrestling. And it's, wait a minute.
Hold on now, that is...
I see what I thought I saw by the screen.
Arez he slid the briefcase into the ring, and now Arez with Aramis.
Oh, come on.
Spinning lung blower. And the door wide open now for Vikingo.
Come on. Vikingo with the double knees. Arez has no business out here. Oh my God.
Vikingo perched on the top rope.
Rich, watch this.
Wow. Oh, that's breathtaking cover. Vikingo with the win. Thanks to Arez.
El actual campeón completo de Crash, el hijo del Vikingo.
You know, we've seen Arez and Aramis in action. You think about that match they had a couple months ago, that was something else, and that rivalry continues to simmer. It may have just boiled over here.
Yeah, the end result of that match was Vikingo in the 630 senton, but the reason for that result is the man holding the briefcase, Arez, and his issues with Aramis may never be over. Vikingo consoling Aramis, who's hurt. There was no blood feud there. Vikingo just wanted to win when he did, but you know, Vikingo would love to have done it without Aramis. I'm not sure if Vikingo even saw what happened. There will be another day for Arez and Aramis to meet once again.
But now, the next installment of our in-depth look at the judge, EJ Nduka.
In 2017, I was able to marry my best friend, the woman of my dreams, my beautiful wife, Bethany Nduka. And last year, during the pandemic, God blessed me with a beautiful, perfect young man, Exodus Nduka. I'm a father first and everything else second. In 2019, EJ Nduka was signed to the WWE Performance Center. Some people might call it the Harvard of wrestling schools. I learned from the greats, Carino, Scott Garland, Smiley, Brookside, Bloom. Amazing minds, amazing talents, and it all cultivated what you see right now. I am EJ Nduka. I am the judge. I'm the jury and the executioner. 2022, I'm coming to wreck shop. I'm coming to take over. I want the gold not just on my chest, not just on my wrist, but around my waist, because I'm as advertised. The judge is built for this. And we just getting started.
A man with limitless potential, 6 feet 8 inches tall, a natural athlete, EJ Nduka will be here in action next week.
Cesar Duran has unleashed the horror from Juarez, and it's no secret he wants a fight with the World Heavyweight Champion Alex Hammerstone. Speaking of your boy Hammer, the champ certainly has his hands full as he tries to walk back one of AZTECA's finest in Octagon Jr. tonight. Can the injured champ leave Tijuana with his gold intact? With Cesar Duran presiding over tonight's title fight, we'll find out. But first, let's take a look at some key dates coming up.
Next week, your main event on MLW AZTECA, an all-star Lucha Libre Trios battle. But how will National Openweight Champion Alex Kane factor into that equation? And this just in. MLW returns stateside as a new season of MLW Fusion begins Thursday, February 10th. Also, MLW debuts in Charlotte with a big card. It's Super Fight. Get your tickets at MLWLive.com. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Major League Wrestling fans, Stephen New again. Zantac is a common over-the-counter medication many of us used for upset stomach. What we didn't know was that the manufacturer of Zantac knew there was a cancer-causing chemical in that drug. If you or a loved one took Zantac for an extended period of time and have been diagnosed with cancer, contact my office immediately at newlawoffice.com or at 800-208-9169.
Welcome back, fans, to the Espada Underground Fight Club. This segment is brought to you by... What? Are you kidding me? Are you... Really? Crybaby Calvin. Don't be a what? I have to read this part too? Are you serious? Fine. Get this shirt designed by Alex Kane, and don't be a hoe like Crybaby Calvin. Available now at MLWshop.com.
All right, well, moving on. Cesar Duran has said that if the masked mercenary Mads Kruger can get through the Tijuana Gremlin, he'd be able to get his hands on Fatu. Earlier today, Kruger released this propaganda video online.
Give me the betrayer. Give me Fatu. The demon has fallen, and my debt has been paid. Now is the time for me to collect my trophy. Jacob Fatu, the Black Hand, hunts.
Where in the world is the Opera Cup? That's the question on everyone's mind. The 106-year-old, one-of-a-kind trophy was stolen here in Mexico 2 weeks back when someone jumped Davey Richards from behind. Officials have been working night and day to try to track down the culprit and recover the historic heirloom. MLW.com will continue to cover this situation as it develops.
Leads, and I will pay you good money.
Champ is here.
Mr. Kane.
Yes, Mr. Kane. See, with Calvin tied up in jail, I'm gonna need some new challengers, and you're the man to talk to.
I love that. You know my policy, open doors to new talent. And I think I have the perfect match for you. Can you handle lucha libre? Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You will fight next week with Xtreme Tiger and Villano Jr. III versus Vikingo, Laredo Kid, and Octagon Jr. in a trios match in Mexico. Let's see.
I'm gonna be frank with you. I don't care about no lucha libre, and I don't respect luchadores. That flippy style, trash, absolute trash. And I don't play well with others either. So with me helping you out in this pinch, I'm gonna call in on a favor. One of these days I'm gonna cash in, and you gonna have to say yes.
Very funny.
Boomaye! 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 Boomaye!
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Saturday, January 29th from the Packard Music Hall, Don King Productions presents Return to Greatness, featuring 6 big world title fights, including Trevor Bryan as he puts his WBA Heavyweight Championship on the line against undefeated Jonathan Guedry. And in the co-main event, WBC World Cruiserweight Champion Ilunga Jr. Makabu takes on Tabiso the Rock Makunu. Watch all the action live on pay-per-view at donking.com, dkpboxing.com, and itube247.com. Return to Greatness is live.
This is Major League Wrestling!
Right around the corner, part 2 of our all-access look at the longest reigning world champion in MLW's near 20-year history, Jacob Fatu, coming your way next week. Ever manipulative, uber powerful when it comes to MLW and AZTECA. El Jefe Cesar Duran, as he tilted the tables against Alex Hammerstone in this matchup. Whatever the answer is, he wants to be ringside to see it all unfold firsthand.
Moments away from our world title fight main event, let's take a look at the tale of the tape. Reigning MLW World Heavyweight Champion Hammerstone is built like a tank, but what happens to a wrestler who relies on power when they suffer a substantial injury? Will Hammer be able to lift his opposition into the nightmare pendulum? Meanwhile, Octagon Jr. may be known as someone who fights with honor, but with Cesar Duran ringside, those tides could shift at a moment's notice. Cesar has used crooked referees to get his way in recent weeks, and one of those officials is assigned to this match tonight. Cesar has tilted this title fight in his favor and is the ultimate X Factor. Now, let's go back to the ring, as the moment of truth has arrived. On the outside, the Major League Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Alex Hammerstone looks as confident as ever and in peak physical condition. But you have to believe there has never been a greater threat to Hammerstone's championship reign than we are experiencing right here this week. You see the arm of Hammer is heavily braced. We still don't know what entirely happened to him while he was being held captive, and to be quite honest, I don't want to know. But the bottom line is that arm could play a major factor in this title fight. Add to that the man at ringside, El Jefe, Cesar Duran, with his eyes firmly locked on the World Heavyweight Championship he covets the most. Could this week be the time Hammer's reign comes to an end and Cesar Duran assumes ultimate power?
Maybe a little bit of head games as well, having Hammerstone, the champion, come down to the ring first. Usually the other way around.
Well, the lineage of the Octagon name is well known throughout Lucha Libre lore, and if you think it's impossible this man could be your next World Heavyweight Champion, remember where we are, remember who's close by, and the frightening power and influence he yields. Could we be moments away from history?
Well, let's not forget the power and influence cast by Contra Unit. And Hammerstone got out of that battle still with the title around his waist. That's certainly taking nothing away from Octagon Jr. here tonight. There's going to be as big of a test as Hammerstone has ever had, especially considering he's not 100%.
Octagon is a major threat to Hammerstone on any day, but perhaps none greater than here and now, based on what I have to believe is an arm much more damaged than Hammer will ever publicly admit. You add to that, we are in Cesar Duran's personal, hand-chosen fight club. It's a hostile environment surrounded by fans pulling for the hometown hero Octagon, and Cesar wishing for the absolute demise of Hammer's title reign.
Yeah, but credit Hammerstone, though, for not backing down and not outwardly showing any fear. You know he's got to be wondering who could be coming from any which direction. And you know the fact that he's not 100% and the fact that he's here, that tells you that he wants to fight. He wants this. Cesar Duran has really tapped into Hammerstone's emotion. But Octagon very wisely going after the left arm of Hammerstone, as you mentioned, in that big, thick brace. Octagon Jr., former AAA World Trios champion with Hijo del Vikingo, and Estezis Jr. And, you know, advantage here for the challenger. It's a familiar environment for him. He's got the home crowd behind him, and injured Alex Hammerstone. You know, you look at this matchup on paper, and you say Hammerstone is so powerful, he's so strong, he's done so much as World Heavyweight Champion, and just in MLW in general. You look at the size difference, and you say, well, Hammerstone has this one hands down, but an injured Hammerstone and the speed and creativity of somebody like Octagon Jr., we very well could see an upset here today.
Yeah, we're a long way away from Hammerstone being the hero that brought the victory home in War Chamber, or from the man that stood tall at the end of our Fightland special as a dual champion. Hammerstone may not feel like he has much of anybody to trust outside of Richard Holiday right now, because Pagano betrayed him. King Muertes was a part of that plan. Hammerstone was beat down and assaulted, and all the direction, from what I understand, of Cesar Duran. We asked for weeks, Rich. Did Hammerstone make a deal with the devil? Yeah, you're damn right he did. And Cesar Duran wanted Hammerstone to sell his soul in the process. But it's not that easy.
Hammerstone tied up in the corner, that sliding kick. And Hammerstone took it right not only in the face, but in the injured elbow as well. He's able to reverse here on the whip. Sends Octagon Jr. up, big back body drop.
But notice the extension of that arm caused some discomfort and pain for Hammerstone. The mobility is not where it needs to be. Hammerstone needed to dispose of Octagon just to regroup and assess the arm.
Can Hammerstone survive? We'll find out. Stay with us.
Saturday, January 29th from the Packard Music Hall, Don King Productions presents Return to Greatness, featuring 6 big world title fights, including Trevor Bryan as he puts his WBA Heavyweight Championship on the line against undefeated Jonathan Guedry. And in the co-main event, WBC World Cruiserweight Champion Ilunga Jr. Makabu takes on Tabiso The Rock Makunu. Watch all the action live on pay-per-view at donking.com, dkpboxing.com, and itube247.com. Return to Greatness is live.
Welcome back to MLW AZTECA. This fight has raged on throughout the commercial break.
It was Hammerstone. We saw recently kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Cesar Duran didn't care for the way that he was spoken to, embarrassed, you might say, by Hammerstone. And man, all hell broke loose after that. You know, it makes me think here, what if Pagano shows up here today?
It could very well happen, jeez.
Of course, Cesar Duran is, you know, you think about it, he hatched that sinister plot last month, colluding with not only Pagano, but King Muertes, sending a message to Hammerstone, and as Octagon Jr. sent in, Hammerstone going to try to put this away, leg is hooked, and a kick out of it too, but I mean, that such a brutal beating that Hammerstone is still feeling the effects from, but...
Do you see what I saw up on the staging area? Wait, look at this. There's like an army of AZTECA henchmen slowly congregating, watching this matchup, and that can't be an accident. What is this about?
Not with Cesar at ringside. You know, Cesar made it known there's severe consequences for not doing business with El Jefe as he sees fit. And
yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, you have to think that Hammerstone is not on the good side of El Jefe.
Bottom line, I think El Jefe used Hammerstone to get rid of Contra, and now that they're out of this situation, Cesar Duran's looking for ultimate power, and now looking for the one piece left to his puzzle, that MLW World Heavyweight Championship.
Now Hammerstone looking around here. Oh, that big kick right along the left arm. Hammerstone smarting in the corner. Here comes Octagon Jr. Good God, running Meteor in the corner. And Hammerstone laying prone now. Aerostar dragging Hammerstone into position. With the world title on the line, sets up, headstand on the turnbuckle. It's showy, but will it be effective? Wow! Cover with the title on the line. Kick out at 2.
Headstand to a variation of the Arabian press. Rich, I feel like every time I look back up at the stage, there's more masked henchmen up there.
Yeah, these guys are just coming out of the woodwork.
But why? Oh, watch this. A Acai moonsault, incredible height. and executed perfectly on the big man. Octagon Jr. has a shot here to make history.
The World Heavyweight Champion, Alex Hammerstone. You see the way that his head bounced off the canvas, off the concrete?
Yeah, the head, and he's also still just mindful of that arm. He's being so protective of the arm, it leaves other parts of his body vulnerable.
And absolutely planted, but what kind of damage did Hammerstone just do to his arm?
Yeah, that could have been ill-advised, an impulsive maneuver as Hammerstone using the healthy side of his body, at least healthy relatively speaking. I don't know if there's a part of Alexander Hammerstone that wasn't bludgeoned by Pagano Muertes, and who knows who else was involved before Hammerstone was rescued.
I'm still trying to figure out what the story is with these henchmen here on the stage. I mean, it is, oh wow, what a suplex there by Hammerstone. Cover to put this away with the title on the line, kick out at 2. You know, you wonder with the injured arm too, is Hammer gonna be able to pull off the Nightmare Pendulum?
Yeah, well, the Martial Arts Advanced Research System says he has a 100% success rate at winning when he hits the pendulum, but will that happen here? Octagon Jr. says no. The super kick into Hammerstone prone as Octagon ascends high above.
Hammerstone.
Beautiful 450 splash. Is that enough? New champion. Oh, half a count away from history being made in the first ever MLW World Title defense here in Mexico.
As Cesar Duran looks on, and the henchmen, all those masked figures over by ringside.
They're not moving either.
No, they're just watching very intently. Hammerstone, what does he have in mind here? Spinning face buster. Hammerstone to put it away.
Oh, look at Cesar Duran. He is absolutely irate that Hammerstone is still the reigning World Heavyweight Champion.
Your question proved fruitful, Rich, because Hammerstone did try to hit that.
Oh, wait a minute. Those henchmen one by one coming into the ring, and now
it's Cesar Duran waving them in.
Here comes the rest.
Cesar Duran is calling the troops to charge in, and they've got Hammerstone surrounded.
Oh no! What kind of power move is this?
They are
by Cesar Duran.
They are literally swarming the champion. Wait a minute, there's Richard Holiday.
Holiday here to help out his dynasty brother, and look out!
It's a dynasty versus an entire army! How can these men survive the Underground Fight Club?